I am pleased to introduce Dr. Mohammed Faqih for the graduation address.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you today, though I wish it could be in person. This is a proud moment for you. As graduates, 2,100 strong, you have met the challenges of the academic world. The rest of life awaits with all its potential and all its promise. All you have to do now is make it through a 5-minute speech from a guy who sells shawarma for a living. The world has a lot to offer to people in your position, people with your intelligence and your creativity. But that's not what I want to talk about. I'm here to tell you what the world needs from all of you. This has been a strange year. It's been a year of heartache for many of us and sacrifice for most of us. We've learned about ourselves and about each other. But the truth is that we've been learning about each other and about our society for the past few years. Things are different now. We need to be honest about what has been happening in the United States of America in recent years and what it has taught us. More than anything else, it has shown us, reminded us that there are bad people in the world. I'm not talking about politics. You can be conservative or liberal, right-wing or left-wing. I don't care. I have a friend who are both. Sometimes I feel like I am both. I'm talking about greed, corruption. I'm talking about the selfish, the dishonest, and the cruel. Those who mock the less fortunate, those who exploit the disadvantaged, and those who do not think about the poor. I'm talking about those who hate. Racists used to whisper their intolerance. They are bolder now. Not only in the US, but here in Canada. And some of you listening to me right now will know this firsthand. Bad people feel more comfortable. They see others of their kind getting ahead. They feel free. And so, graduates, I will tell you what the world needs from you. The world needs good people. Good people who are willing to do good things. In a dark time, the world needs more light. It needs you to shine. Over the past few years, I have learned, I have seen that bad people are emboldened by our silence and our indifference. They think to themselves, I got away with that. I wonder if I can get away with much more. So it's no longer enough to be a good person in our hearts. We must declare it in our words. We must show it in our action. I love living in Canada. It's a beautiful country. I love its people. But I've been followed and harassed in public. I've been screamed at and insulted in front of my children. At first, I would walk away. But now, I stand my ground. Because there comes a time when we have to stand up for what is right and what is good. Not with violence, but with words, with action, shoulder to shoulder with one another. You've heard of the vicious circle. You have the power to create a virtuous circle. A circle where one positive action leads to another. A circle where those aided by a good deed are in a position to do good themselves. And the balance shifts. The light grows brighter. I have to share something with you. I was born and raised in Lebanon. As a very young man, I became a refugee during the Civil War. I returned to my country earlier this year to help raise money for those affected by the terrible explosion at the port of Beirut. There were moments when I was afraid. I could hear gunfire in the night. I saw gangs in the streets. But do you know what else I saw? I saw the good in people. Neighbors helping one another. Stranger lending a hand. I heard the stories of heroism. People risking their own lives to save others. People consoling those who had experienced loss. For 50 years, the people of Lebanon have suffered war, disaster, deprivation, corruption, and so much more. And yet, within them, their spirit remains strong. There are good people who are still willing to do good things. Sometimes that is not enough, but it is always a good place to start. Graduates of Ryerson University class of 2020, my hope for you is a life of fulfillment. But always remember, in the years ahead, you will shape not only your own future, you will shape our cities, our country, and the world. You will help to define our shared future. There will always be hate in the world. There will always be bad people. But together, we can chase them back into the dark corners. You will need determination. You will need persistence. Sometimes, you may need courage. You can find that courage within and in the company of like-minded people who share your commitment to speaking up and speaking out for what is right. You are good people. Go out into the world and do good things together. Thank you so much and congratulations.